My plan is to build a tank to gather rainwater from the shed roof. What I'm going to do is dig a massive hole in the ground and build a concrete tank out of, well, cement blocks, and I'm going to put a filter on it and try and make the water clean enough for drinking. The water should be clean anyway if it's rainwater, but you see it gets polluted between when it hits the tin. There could be all kind of bird shit or anything in that in the gutter, so you've got to clean it. And I've decided to bury the tank in the ground because I think it'll keep the water cooler. It'll kind of act like a natural fridge. I don't want to build it out here. I think obviously there's the downpipe. Well, I'm going to put the downpipe there, so it would make sense to put the tank closer to it, but what you can't see is that there's a sewer pipe running right across there, so I have to keep it back here. Just dig a hole. Oh, I'm down under the rock now. This is where the fun really starts. Rock, 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 rock. Come on, come. Monster. Ah. Rocks will yield. They will yield to the pick. Son of a bitch! Where'd you go, you bastard? I think I'm going to have to get some mechanical aid in the form of a Kango. There's fucking rock on there the size of Tory Island. What the fuck? It's all one big slab. All rock there as well. This side's not too bad. Just boulders, but you're able to get them out. But I'll get a Kango and break that up. But anyway, that's the start. Oh, Jesus. Ah, time for a beer. As you can see, a shiny new shovel for the job because I broke the last one there. Everything you buy nowadays is scrap. Hey. You put a wee bit of pressure on it, it all snaps like a fucking twig. Right, yeah. Smacky! Come on! What is it? What are you... Hello, Spazzo! What are you saying? You trying to tell me something? What? What are you doing? What are you saying? What does that mean? Put food in my mouth. Let's go and see how this mess turned out. It didn't rain too bad in the end up. Well, I'll say that's alright. Aye, good job. Well, she's an inch out on that side, so off to a good start. minor problem. Aye, no, aye, no. Jeez, that's not bad there. Running up a wee bit. Do you like my square? I had a square but I lost it. Bollocks. Very quickly I surprised him, and I said, you little rat, I'll tie a rope around your throat and throw you to the cat, for I'm as strong as any lion. I was reared in eggs and ham, I'm a terror to all fighting men around the Mickey Dam. And I dream about the show, for fuck's sake. Jeez, I'd love to go for a pint of fucking beer or something. Down to Denny's now. Call in for Jimmy on the way over. With two of us, he wouldn't even question it. Right, let's go. 2 big pints of Heineken. Sparkling cold, sun shining in the window. All the mountains lit up. Jimmy telling now a story about something 50 years ago. Fuck that. May as well get a whiskey with the next one. Whiskey each then. More stories, looking out the window, the sun shining, the clouds moving across the mountains. Connie Malloy come on then. More stories, stories everywhere. Hundreds of years old stories. Whiskey all around now. Just forget it. Just put a big X through the whole day, that's it. That's it. That's as far as we're going, this is it. Stories and looking out the window. Jesus, I miss the pub. Fucking sitting on that here doing all this old stupid nonsense here. Digging fucking holes, building fucking walls. What's it all for anyway? I don't fucking know. That good weather puts you in a wild form for drinking. The bad weather puts you in form for drinking too. Any kind of weather at all. I'm gonna build me a wall. I'm gonna build me a wall. She's gonna be tall, just like a wall.
I'm gonna put blocks on her all day long. For I'm building a wall and I'm singing a song.
The pubs are opening this Monday. Today is, well, not really sure what day today is, but Monday is a few 4 or 5 days away. So I better get this block work finished before Monday, because once them pubs opened, that's it. Good luck. I'm only joking. No, I'm not. That's the block work finished now. That's as high as she's going. But that's roughly waist height. I'll put that wee overflow pipe on there. So I'm just going to scotch it now and then plaster it inside and out. I already plastered the floor. I'll hold some water there. I'm needing it well. Aye. I don't know what I'm doing. I miss you, Randy. Very nice. That's the finished tank, plastered inside and out. I keep it covered, but a bit of rainwater got in, a few leaves. Overflow. Great acoustics on there. Hello! Yeah, a great place to record an album. So now, that's my mould there now. It's like making a cake. So I can fill that there with concrete now and gravel. You need to put gravel in it to make it strong. And I've got steel. You put steel in it as well to make it stronger. The steel will hold the concrete together like the same way the roots of a tree holds the soil together. So, and then my bucket, say this is my filter here, it's not going to be this bucket, it's going to be a plastic bucket with a lid on it, and I'm going to have like layers of gravel and ash and all different stuff to make a filter. So I put that in the middle, put my steel all around, fill it with concrete and gravel, and keep turning the bucket, and before it sets hard, I'll take the bucket out and hopefully I'll be left with a nice hole. So when it all hardens in, take all the wood away, I'll have a big concrete slab with a hole in the middle that I can slot the bucket into, and that'll be my lid with my filter. So that's my wee shutter there now. And just after painting that bottom board with burnt oil, so hopefully it'll be easy to knock off. Hopefully the cement won't stick to it too bad. So I'll put a block now to every side of the shutter to stop it moving out. That's me that's going to be my filter. It's obviously not going to be that big. I'm making it about 2 feet, and put that in the middle, put steel around it, and fill it with concrete and gravel and pray. something like that. And repeat. That's it now. Just cut up that steel, fit it around it. I put a couple of these wee stones underneath it because I don't want the steel lying flush with the concrete. It'll be poking out through it. So if I put them wee stones under it, that'll just keep it up and keep it in the middle of the concrete rather than at one side. I think it'll be best if it's in the middle. And now we wait, and this doesn't work. The whole thing's been a waste of time. It'll work. It had fucking better. No, I'm not gonna lie to you folks, that first attempt was a total fucking disaster. Let me explain what happened. What happened was, and I'm sure any steel fixers or shutterers clocked this right away, but what happened was the cement obviously went into all these ridges, and because I had this taped with masking tape, but it wasn't rigid enough to keep the cement out, so the cement pushed the masking tape in like that, until so when I went to pull it out of the cement, it just pulled all the wet cement up with me, and so what I had to do was this bit here needed to be solid. So I needed to fill these ridges with something. So I was baffled on how I was going to do that. I had to use science. See, it's not all about killing yourself. Sometimes you have to use your brain. What I did was I had on the idea of I have these offcuts of tin left over from roofing the shed, and using science and a lump hammer, flattened the tin out, and then I wrapped that around the bottom of the thing and masking taped it up, and then put tie wire on it and tightened up the tie wire with pliers, and then I had a nice flat solid thing. So we're going to see now if that fucking worked. Using science. This is the moment of truth. You see, if that doesn't work again, I fucking give up. Come on, baby. Well, it's kind of half worked. Yes! Science! Science wins again! There we are, there we are. Kick that away. It's not like I've been making these things every day, you know. You have to make it up as you go along. That's my lid now with my filter. All I need now is a forklift to pick it up. That should fit in there nicely now. Yes. I fill this up then. I have stuff to put in the bottom of this. It's what is it? Come out, you fucker. This plastering, like it's for plastering. But I wrap that around the bottom, like this, the over end of that, and fill this with gravel and stones and all that, and then that's my filter. Then that's my filter made then. So I just need to hire a forklift. Oh, I'll pick her up. I'll get her up somehow. A fucking wheelbarrow or something. So it's the day after Paddy's Day. So I've decided this would be the ideal opportunity to try and move that massive concrete slab. I like to kill myself when I'm at my lowest ebb. I basically shimmied it over. You can see the big marks in the ground where I kind of walked it over. I just kind of twisted it and manoeuvred it awkwardly. There it is. Got it to here so far. And now I just got to clean out the tank. It's full of old leaves. All them leaves that blew in there and all. Like, I want to just give that a wee clean out first. Then I'm going to try and somehow get that onto that, and then for the other half of it I'm just going to make a wooden lid, because I'm kind of sick of concrete at this stage. Goodbye. Yeah. Fuck! There's a fucking hole in my welly! Bastard! Fucking always a hole in my welly. No, I don't have a bigger fucking bucket. And then there's fucking holes in these holes. Jesus Christ. That's her nice and clean now. Geez, that water was ice cold. But that's why I wanted to make her out of concrete, because keep the water cold and cool. If that was a plastic tank, the water wouldn't be as cool. Guarantee it. Anyway, now this is the one. Get that onto that. Put a few pallets up here to try and make it easier. But I'm not looking forward to this. If anything goes wrong with this, if this cracks or anything goes wrong, I'm gonna have a fucking... There's gonna be a biological change in my DNA. Put it like that. Oh boy. This is either gonna work or it's not gonna work. Hi boys and girls. No. Up here. Up here I want you to go. Up you go, up you go. Get up there. You big bastard, you. Come on, baby. Get up. Do not fucking fall apart. Over there. Wee bit more. Yes. Ah. Nip my fucking leg. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, yesterday was Paddy's day, you know. I shouldn't be doing this today at all. Oh, dear God. Come on, baby, nearly there. Well, through. I ain't making another one of them fucking things. There's a wee rock in it. I knew I was going to get that because the board that I poured this on, the flat piece of wood, had a big curve in it. So I knew I was not going to get a straight flush bottom. But this here, what I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to cement this whole thing on, because this doesn't have to move at all. This can stay there. This can be permanent. All I need to be able to change is the filter. And then I'll make a wooden frame here with a hinge on it so I can get in and out if need be. But I'll just cement this all in. That's grand. Good enough. I think I'll go now and eat 10 hard-boiled eggs. So that's it now, that's my wee lid made at last. Nothing special, nothing ever is with me, but it works. Bit of a tight fit. Anyhow. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cover it with that tin. I'm gonna cut that tin up there and then cover this just to make it really extra waterproof. I think I done alright for a boy who can't remember going to bed last night. So I've got everything ready for my filter now. I finished the tank, put a lid on it. So I went up to the river, got some gravel. I went way up into the mountains where it's good and clean water. Now I know you're not supposed to take gravel from a river, but I don't think this wee bit's going to do any harm. It's not exactly an industrial scale. So I sieved all this out. This is all my fine gravel here. I made a sieve and I sieved it all, separated it all out. That's the bigger stones and that's the sand that came from it. So this all came from the same bag. I just sieved it all out into 3 different layers. There's a wee bit of charcoal there, a little wee fire. And that's some charcoal. I'm going to crush that up until it's into a fine powder. I don't think it's going to be enough. We'll see how it goes. So now I'm going to just give this all a wee wash and then get the filter ready and then fill the filter up and put it in and we'll see how it goes. You're probably wondering, as soon as I fill this up, what's going to stop it just from falling straight through the hole. So I'm going to drill a hole here, and put a bar right through it. That'll stop it falling down. Always wear a hat when you're using a grinder because your hair could catch on fire. You know what I mean? Now boys and girls. Where are you? There we are. That's it. Now, that should sit down on now and the bar will stop it falling through. Genius. I put a wee twist of tie wire on this because you can tighten it good and tight with the pliers. Just keep twisting that now and draw it in tight. You could just fill that up from top to bottom with sand and that'd be brilliant. Clean your water really well. But it would take the water ages to drip through it. And so this would just be filling up and it would just be spilling out over the top. So you're trying to get a balance between a good flow of water coming out but clean as well. So I'm going to leave, like, I'm only going to fill it to like here. I'm going to leave this so the water has a chance to kind of go down a wee bit, because if you filled it right up to the top, the water's just going to hit it and just start flowing over the edge. It's just about trying to get a balance. I've never done this before, this is first time, so it's just about experimenting and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't work. But we're going to pop this in now, and then we're going to start filling it with the sand and the gravel and the charcoal, and that is basically it at last. Can't believe we're at this fucking moment. But then I still have to fix the spouting, bring the spouting across. But anyway, let's do this. That's all finished now. There's my wee lid, all finished up. Voila! Be able to go in there now and record a couple of albums. Great acoustics. Or you could store dead bodies, whatever you want, whatever you're into. There we go. That's not going anywhere. The first thing I'm going to use is slightly bigger stones. I don't want to just throw the fine gravel in there because it'll fall through the net. So these bigger stones should stop that happening. I'm going to put in my wee bit of charcoal. I put it in, I could have done with a bit more of this. Of course, the big test will be once it's kind of half filled up with water, I'm going to send the water away to get tested just to see what it's like. So this still has the potential to be a complete catastrophe. So just hang in there. This could all go wrong yet. I've just finished putting on the spouting there now, and right on cue it started to rain. Well, that's the way it is there. I know it's not pretty, but that's just the way it is. But anyway, I'm happy enough. That is officially the first rain in my little tank. Go on, you boy. It is only spitting, but alright, we'll see. We shall see. She's working. Water is coming out and water is going in. That's all I need to know. God, it is filtering through fast enough. Thank God it's over. Thank God. Now we wait. That's a nice sound. She's fairly filling up, hey? She's about halfway. She's full up. That's how you know she's full. She's overflowing. That took less than a week to fill up. You can see the filter is just stopping where it needs to stop. I'd say there's a couple of thousand, there's a few thousand litres in that. I'm going to let that settle a wee while. Because there'll still be kind of residue of plaster and cement and whatever, bits of sawdust from this. I want to let it all kind of settle, let all that settle to the bottom. Let this run through it. Then once, after a couple of weeks, when it's kind of a bit more settled, I'll get it tested then. That looks clear to me. That is crystal clear. That's enough. We shall see.